Hello Aureole Choir, this is John Rutter and I'm very honoured to have been invited to eavesdrop one of your virtual rehearsals. The invitation came from the excellent John Bowley, who in a previous life I remember as a fine and expert tenor who joined the ranks of the Cambridge Singers, my chamber choir, on one or two fondly remembered occasions. So there he is, Mr. Music in Jersey. And my goodness me, he's doing a very valuable piece of work with all of you. You may not realise it, but what you are doing is very important, because in these times when choirs cannot meet in the flesh, you are keeping the flame alive. Choral singing will never die in our hearts, of course, but we have to find a way of making a statement, holding ourselves together as a group of people who love to sing and who want others to enjoy our singing too. So you have been working on Stephen Paulus, an American composer, not as well known as he should be really outside America, but that's a very, very good start. And I gather you are also working on my Gaelic Blessing. The story of that was that it was written for my first host and patron in the United States, a wonderful man called Mel Olson, who invited me over in never mind the year, it was a long time ago, to write the Gloria, which you may perhaps have sung. It was the first piece I wrote especially for performance in the USA. And he decided after 4 years or so of my first visit that he wanted to relocate from Omaha, Nebraska, which is where he had been based, to Sacramento. His choir were heartbroken and they called me up and said, "John, can you write something to say goodbye to Mel on his final meeting with us?" And I wrote the Gaelic Blessing. And that coincided with a request from the Royal School of Church Music, who said to me, the director was then a nice man called Lionel Dacres, and he said, "John," he said, "look, I know you have a long-standing publishing agreement with Oxford University Press, but do you think they would let you off the hook just once to write a little piece that could be published by us at the RSCM?" And so I said, "Well, I can but ask." And I went to the head of music publishing at OUP, Christopher Morris, and said, "Christopher, I've been asked by the RSCM to write just one little piece for their catalogue, and would you agree to let me off the hook to just do that one piece?" And he sort of looked not very pleased about it, I have to recall. But he said, "Well, all right," he said, "but just make sure it's not your best piece." Well, it's not for me to say what sort of a piece it is. It is my shortest piece, probably, but dare I say that commercially it has done rather better over the years than possibly Oxford University Press might have wished. But it's rather nice that it's cemented a relationship with the Royal School of Church Music, who of course have done so much to promote church music and are continuing to do so in these present difficult times. So have a wonderful time with your headphones and contributing your recordings to what I'm sure will be a stunning rendition of the Gaelic, a stunning rendition of what? The Gaelic Blessing. And thank you for having me.